Hello and welcome to our channel, Science Kids. I am Nishant. Today we will talk about 15 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Now I will say the thought of the day. The first thought of the day is failure is the next step to victory. And the second thought is giving up is never an option. Now my friends Manav and Garvit will say the jokes of the day. Over to you.
Thank you, Nishant. The joke of the day is why is Russia a fast moving country? Think you have 5 seconds. But because the people are Russian. Now Garvit will tell the next joke.
How can you tell a tree that it is a dogwood tree?
You have 5 seconds. Think. Okay, so now the answer is
By its
bark. Okay. Okay. Now we will tell you 3 words in 3 different languages. So the first word will Nishant will say, second I will say, and the third Garvit will say. So
the first word is ni hao, meaning hello in Chinese.
Second word, Wei geht's, meaning how are you in German.
The third word, konnichiwa. It means hi in Japanese.
Okay, now I will just show you this. So this is the globe, and here are all the sites located. So let us start with. So yeah, as I told, here is the site. So let us start. So let us start with the pyramid of Khufu. So Nishant is saying.
Okay, this is the pyramid of Khufu. The pyramid of Khufu in El Giza, Egypt. The Great Pyramid of Giza, also known as the Pyramid of Khufu or the Pyramid of Cheops, is the oldest and largest of the 3 pyramids in the Giza necropolis, bordering what is now El Giza, Egypt. It is the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world and the only one to remain largely intact.
So this is the pyramid of Giza.
Actually,
This
actually it is made from limestone, and each limestone block weighs about
each of the block
weighs about
around
2,000 metric tons.
2,500 metric
It's about as heavy as a hippopotamus.
Yeah. Super heavy.
Actually,
And actually
the Egyptians transported these blocks from a ship named as Khufu. Actually, there was a river which has now dried up. That is why, to transport the limestone blocks, they used the ship.
And another thing, as Garvit said that this was it has empty river. It was made from by the ships, as Garvit said. And actually, at that time there were no cranes and tractor, whatever, for building a pyramid. So this was kind of being a mystery that who has built it? Was it by aliens, by superhumans like Spider-Man or Superman? Or how did they build this? So they can't carry in the ancient times. It would be super tough to carry all those blocks.
And in the passageway of the pyramid, so it is said to be that there was a very much long bridge which takes the tourists to the inside. So they all say that they see it. So actually there is a mirror in the pyramid which too was put by the Egyptians. So the mirror reflects this sunlight in the pyramid, and that is how they see. And actually, even this is said that it is the aliens' idea. They helped the Egyptians.
Now let's go to the next.
Actually, another thing is that there was some gold on the top of the pyramid, and now the gold now there's no there used to be a shine, as Garvit said. It is that they were the first to use toothpaste.
Now let's go to the next site, which is the Taj Mahal in Agra, India. The complex is set around a large 300-meter, 980-foot square charbagh or Mughal garden. The garden uses raised pathways that divide each of the 4 quarters of the garden into 16 sunken patterns of flower beds. A raised marble water tank at the center of the garden, halfway between the tomb and gateway, with a reflecting pool on a north-south axis, reflects the image of the mausoleum. The raised marble water tank is called the Al-Hawd al-Kauthar in reference to the tank of abundance promised to Muhammad.
So this was all built by an Indian king called Shah Jahan for his, and this is all made from marble.
Yeah, and actually the whole monument is made from marble, so it in night it shines, it reflects the moon's sunlight. And even one more fact, the tower is slightly slanting if you see carefully, and that is because that if the towers some collapse, so they don't fall on their piece of work, so they protected
It was very
in
smartly
this
done.
type of way.
And another thing is that when as Garvit said, the moon it reflects it will reflect light. It is actually it reflects so actually it does really reflect, because it will look beautiful.
Yeah.
Like
that is why shown near Taj Mahal. So when they put the lights on the Taj Mahal, it shines a bit.
yeah,
It reflects.
agreed.
Now that we have seen the
And
Taj Mahal,
and this is the Taj Mahal. And a fact about the ancient Indians is that they were discovered plastic surgery.
now let's go to the next site.
Before we go to the next site, I'll just like to show you the view from the Taj Mahal. So this is the view. Looks quite beautiful. And now we will go to the next.
Templo Expiatorio de la Sagrada Familia. The Basilica I Temple Expiatory de la Sagrada Familia is a large Roman Catholic church in Barcelona, Spain, designed by Catalan architect. The church is in November 2010. Pope Benedict the 16th consecrated and proclaimed it a minor basilica. Construction of Sagrada Familia had commenced in 1882 and Gaudi became involved in 1883, taking over the project and transforming it with his architectural and engineering style, combining Gothic and Curvilinear Art Nouveau forms. Gaudi devoted his last years to the project.
So this is the Templo Expiatorio de la Sagrada Familia. And this is the church. And water and since there are colorful windows, there will be very colorful. I could say.
Actually, the sun's
and they
actually the sunlight.
Beautiful.
They made the windows colorful so that it looks like there is a show in the church. Artificial light, but actually they are just using using a little bit of logic, and then they have put it. It comes colorful, and it increases the beauty.
Yeah, and a fact about so there's one yeah. So also the fact about yeah. So this church is amazingly built. Fantastic. The shadows are very beautiful. So the next one. So where's this place located?
One minute. Towers of Angkor Wat in Angkor, Cambodia. Angkor Wat is meant to be an earthly recreation of the universe in stone, with its central tower representing Mount Meru, the mythic So the
The
carvings are
towers
so
are for what? The sculptures in how the sculptures are made are super beautiful.
Yeah.
So you're coming. Nishant, you're on mute.
This is the Cathedral de Sevilla in Seville, Spain. The Cathedral of Saint Mary, better known as Seville Cathedral, is a Roman Catholic cathedral in Seville. It is the largest Gothic cathedral in Seville and the third largest church in the world. It was registered in 1987 by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, along with the Alcazar Palace Complex and the General Archive of the Indies. After its completion in the early 16th century, the Seville Cathedral supplanted Hagia Sophia as the largest cathedral in the world, a title the Byzantine Church had held for the burial site of Christopher Columbus.
So, as a Christopher, so explorer who discovered the America, and actually, he was trying to find out a secret way to get to, not a secret way, a way to get to India, but he could not find. But he still discovered the West Indies islands.
Yeah, and
Or
he
the
thought
better,
they were India. That's why
yeah,
the Native Americans are also called the Indies. And
yeah,
that's
and another thing is that and the West Indies Islands is also better known as the Jamaica, the capital of Jamaica is Kingston. Garvit, you want to say anything?
so maybe we should.
So let's just move on. Okay, so the next one I'm going to speak from the next one.
The Dolomites.
Yeah, yeah. So you want to say something about this?
Yeah. Well, it's again a church.
Yep, another beautiful church in Seville.
And actually, in at its top, they have put colorful windows so that it looks like it is a scene, and
The
people
previous
are
cathedral.
And the
worshipping
ceilings
the
are super beautiful.
the Christian god.
Okay, now let's move on to the next one. So before I move on, I'm just showing you some parts of the cathedral, the church, cathedral church in Seville. The ceilings are kind very good. So let's just move to the next one.
Yeah.
So I'm now speaking the next one. Okay. So Dolomites, northeastern Italy. The Brenta Dolomites make up the westernmost part of the Dolomites region on the western border of province of Trento. This chain of Dolomite islands, covering an area of 11,135 hectares, is bounded to the west by the Udicari valleys, to the east by Valdi Non, and to the north by Valdi Sol. The exceptional importance of the natural environment, landscape, and geology of this Dolomite system is safeguarded by Parco. Naturally, Adamello Brenta designed a protected area in 1980, covering an area of over 62,000 hectares.
Wow, these are so beautiful. It would be really good for an army too, because an army, if they try and climb up the top of these Dolomites to reach the fort, it would have been really hard for them to do so. Most of the walls here are steep.
Exceptionally high, and it would be quite tough also for them to climb. Am I right, Nishant and David? So let's go to the next one. So we are in a temple called Borobudur Temple, located in Java, Indonesia. This famous Buddhist temple, dating from the 8th and 9th centuries, located in central Java. It was built in 3 tiers a pyramidal based with
Pyramid.
five concentric square terraces, the trunk of a cone with three circular platforms, and at the top of a monumental stupa is the walls and balustrades are decorated with fine low reliefs covering a total surface area of 2,500 square meters around the circular platforms are 72 openwork stupas around the circular okay, each containing a statue of a Buddha. The monument was restored with UNESCO's help in the 1970s. Looks amazing. It looks fantastic. It will like a country like Indonesia, which is like very close to which is like
It has
I could
a
say
lot of
Yeah.
natural
there
disasters,
are many
And
tornadoes,
actually
hurricanes
in
and
yeah,
hurricanes and
actually in
earthquakes,
Indonesia, there are
tsunamis,
many
and this
tsunamis, and UNESCO just helped a little bit in restoring the UNESCO World Heritage this heritage site. So it will be whoever built it, he must have built it really nice. And actually, UNESCO can't restore the carvings, and even if he could, the carvings would have back to pieces. So it could not be able to,
the carvings
restore the
yeah,
might
I
quality.
have
agree
Yeah,
been
with Galvin.
even better when this was built, because they would never be able to restore the carvings as good as the people who had done it.
Yeah.
yeah,
So let's just go to the next one now. Okay, so we are another temple in Indonesia. Uh, Prambanan Temple, located Yogyakarta, Indonesia, built in the 10th century. The largest temple, a compound dedicated to Shiva in Indonesia, rising above the center of the last of these concentric squares are three temples decorated with reliefs illustrating the epic Ramayana. Ramayana was a war between Rama and Ravan. So it is a long story. Yeah. So so it was dedicated to the three Hindu divine divinities, Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma. So so it and temples dedicated to the animals who serve them. So these three gods are the Hindu gods, and it's quite nicely made.
Again, the
yeah.
carvings
Actually,
are
yeah. Actually, this is really
yeah, the
nice.
carvings are so wonderful.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
and actually, it I think it will be near the
yeah, same
seasides.
yeah, same thing as last time, where actually this temple was situated on top of a hill. Here is there
Yeah,
out in the open. So
and actually, it is built in the 10th century, means the 900s. So think of it, means in a land where many tsunamis, tornadoes, and other natural hazards come, and has stayed till so long.
yeah,
it has stayed for more than 1,000 years. Actually,
yeah.
1,122 or so.
Yeah, 22.
So
So
we are in where are we? Japan. Hiroshima
Hiroshima
Peace
Peace
Memorial,
Memorial.
located in Hiroshima, Japan. The Hiroshima Peace Memorial, also known as Genbaku Dome, was the only structure left standing after the first atomic bomb blast exploded on August 6, 1945. And it has been preserved exactly as it was immediately following following the explosion, as a reminder of the most destructive force ever created by man. It is also a cry for world peace and the end of to the weapons
Proliferation.
proliferation of nuclear weapons. So this is the Hiroshima Peace Memorial. In the
Yeah,
World War II, as we know that US just attacked Japan, since Japan attacked in Oahu Pearl Harbor, Oahu. So
Yeah.
that's
So
why they attacked on their atom bomb blast in two cities of Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So this
so
is a very
the atom blast has,
and it is super destructive. Atomic or nuclear bomb blast is super destructive,
yeah,
and there
actually,
might be a Japanese type of a Japanese secret which is there, because in an atom bomb blast, like no everything can be like everything can be
yeah,
destructive.
actually the
How
this
can they
peace
survive?
memorial, this building actually it survived, and the blast has happened near it, so it will be a kind of destructive. And actually in it the blast affects in the radius of 172 destructive, and I wonder how it survived.
Yeah, dude, must have been made
as
of like
as
very strong cement.
yeah,
Yeah,
as a nuclear blast can just destroy the whole city in 2 seconds.
Yeah, it can destroy every single building that exists today.
Yeah.
true,
So
true.
a blast near a building and it survived. It's really made of nice cement,
Um, okay,
pure cement.
so uh, Itu, Itsu Kushima Shrine, located in Hatsu Hatsu Kaichi, Japan. The texturally uh, elig- elegant, uh,
Elegant.
it, elegant. Itsu Kushima Shrine and its entrance gate were constructed like a fire over the water to appear as if it were as if it is uh, lev- uh, leviating,
Levitating.
Levitating.
levitating, sorry. um retaining the purity, uh,
Purity.
purity purity of the shrine is so paramount that no deaths or births are
Permitted.
Permitted.
permitted near the shrine. So this is located in Hatsu Kaichi, Japan.
You can see it
And
on the.
yeah, it's very beautiful. So just one fact about Japan is that over 1,500 earthquakes happen
Yeah.
there.
And since this is on the sea, there would be a lot of danger of tsunami
Think
also.
of fires,
A tsunami. Yes. So
where there
actually,
are lots of volcanic what do you say, explosions. That's why there are lots of earthquakes there. So now my friend Garvit will
actually near the water there are great chances of tsunamis, and the tsunamis are most dangerous in the water.
Yeah,
So it is
tsunamis weaken
really
as they come
nice.
towards land. If when they were in the when they are in the middle of the ocean,
Yeah, really strong.
yeah. Now my friend Garvit will tell some more World Heritage sites. Over to you,
more World
Garvit.
Heritage Site.
Thanks. Nijo-Jo Castle, built in 1603, Kyoto, Japan. The Nijo-Jo Castle was the residence of the Tokugawa shoguns, who
Tokugawa.
Tokugawa shoguns, who ruled Japan from 1603 to 1868. It remains as an elegant display of architecture and
Elegant.
power.
Elegant.
Elegant.
Wow, it looks so nice, tucked away in
Yeah.
the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
looks
then,
just like in the movies. In the movies, China temples.
Yeah,
So the roofs.
yeah.
yeah, it's
So
amazing.
now comes the
I
next
wonder,
one.
yeah, if this was a house, it won't be that bad to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. Tenryuji Temple, established in
Tenryuji.
Tenryuji Temple, Kyoto, Japan. Again, established in 1339 by Shogun Ashikaga
Ashikaga.
Takauji. Tenryuji is one of the 5 great Zen temples of Kyoto.
Similar style to the last one.
It looks amazing. We can't go more. So here is the temple.
That's quite similar style to the last one.
So here is the next one. Now where is this?
Uh,
I think it's going to be Japan.
Nishi Honganji Temple, again Kyoto, Japan. Nishi Honganji was built in 1591 in Kyoto to assume the position of head temple for the Shu sect after the former head temple Ishiyama Honganji in Osaka had been destroyed.
Again, very similar style to the last one, but this one's
Yeah.
So here comes the next one. It's quite good. Here. So I think here we are in Britain, I guess. No, or it's Japan.
Let's see.
Japan.
Himeji-jo Castle, Himeji, Japan. Dating back to 1333, Himeji-jo Castle was built in the center of Himeji city, about 50 kilometers west of Kobe. This is the most visited castle in and is regarded as the finest surviving example of Japanese castle architecture.
Looks amazing.
Yeah.
and it's a good
Lots
tactic
of
building
trees
it on top of a
planted.
Yeah.
mountain.
Or a hill, I guess. Is it a hill?
No, it's a mountain.
Now
And
comes
it
the
even
last
has a lake type, a pond.
This is the last
Artificial.
World
one.
Heritage.
Okay, now we are in
Royal-
UK, England.
Royal Botanic Gardens, Kew. The Royal Botanic Gardens, Kew, covers 300 acres in southwest London. It constitutes the largest collection of living plants, holding over 30,000 different species, as well as over 7 million preserved plant specimens in the herbarium.
So
Look
this
how
is
many
the-
plants it has.
Yep.
The garden must be very hard
Yeah.
to
This
manage.
looks like it is a grain
Yeah,
farm.
and that also 7 million different species means it's such means
Yeah,
all over the world.
Pretty much like
means-
half of all plant species are found here. That's what it looks
Yeah,
like.
actually it is just like a forest.
Yeah, but
It's just like it's just
all
like an
wild
artificial forest.
Yeah, artificial forest.
I don't know how they managed to get hold of all these.
yeah, all the things.
It must
Yeah,
have
they
been
will
hard.
be needing really a lots of water.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. If you learned something new today, give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, share it with your family members and friends. And if you know something more about these UNESCO sites, we write down in the comment section below. And we are in our next videos, we are going to do the part 2 with the next 15 World Heritage Sites.
To be continued in part 2.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.